Battle cruiser operational.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Polestar, it's going to be a TVZ featuring Ample and Effort. Bottom right, it's Ample. Top left, it is Effort. Effort, I think, is the better player here today, but Ample knows how to use drops very, very well against Zerg opponents, so I think that gives him an edge in today's TVZ. If he doesn't do any drops, I will be disappointed in him, but hey, if you do drops every game, then your opponents will expect drops, right? Something to think about. We've got Terry the Overlord scouting out here on your Saturday. Yep, I know. Another space station tile set here today. No jungle, no snow tile set, just space station here on Polestar. And we've got ourselves a wall-off with the supply depot from our Terran guy, as always. And man, am I excited for ASL 21? Yes, I am. Hopefully Flash can compete. But if he cannot, then I don't think he will be competing ever again at this point. That is just my opinion, because it's just been so long, right? Been so long since he's competing, and he sees Bisu and Jaedong struggling in ASLs. Those are his contemporaries. It's just, this is not an old man's game, StarCraft. Well, apparently, anyway. But we'll see. We'll see if Flash shows up to ASL 21, or if he has another injury to his wrist that keeps him out. So, at first thing here at 12 supply is Effort. Love this guy. Very, very fun to cast. We've got a Barracks walling off here from Ample. No super early gas here as well. No early +1. No early mech. And again, it's an RJB replay. Check them out at youtube.com/RJB_TV. Also, feel free to like this VOD. Feel free to subscribe. Trying to get to 75,000 subscribers. Got a spawning pool coming up. Got an Overlord checking for any bunkers coming up here. It's a cross spawn. The workers, bam, bunk into each other. But that does not tell you where the Terran player is. Excellent job ensuring there is no Terran in the top right here. Steve the SCV scouting out the top left and seeing, hey, check it out. It's going to be a Zerg player. Why didn't he scout the short rush distance bottom left first? Why didn't he cross-spawn scout? I don't know. Maybe just RNG. Maybe just whatever you feel like today. Whatever your gut tells you to do. That is a part of StarCraft. But a small part, I feel like. Steve the SCV says, okay, so it's not a pool first. I can go ahead and expand. Everything is A-OK. And still no gas here after the expansion has started. So again, no early +1, no mech. It's just going to be an SK Terran opening here. And that is just how it's going to be. So, Ample. Again, drops. We do have gas now. Okay. And throwing down an engineering bay. So maybe it is going to be an early +1. Never mind. Early +1 timing here at 3 minutes for our guy Ample. So early +1 attack. He's planning on some kind of a timing attack here for our guy Effort. First 100 gas towards a lair. Second 100 gas towards metabolic boost. And everything is A-OK here. So again, hope you guys are having a good time on this channel. If you ever want to see a certain matchup or a certain player or a certain map, let me know in the comments. And I will do my best to help you with that. I do read every comment anyone ever makes. Ling. Oh, it does get inside here. Dude, Ample, that was sloppy marine control. I guess he was controlling Steve the SCV on the other side of the map here, and he sees the early engineering bay that's blinking. He sees the academy. He knows everything that Ample is doing now. Got a third macro hatch here and a spire. Here at 4 minutes and let's say 20 seconds. 420 spire here. Blaze it. It's a little bit delayed because of this macro hatch, but I think there are a lot of Mutalisks in Ample's future here based on that macro hatch. Second gas timing. Let's see what the second gas timing is now. Yep, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Yep, it's going to be a lot of Mutalisks with an upgrade. So we will see how Ample handles that with a +1, with a stim, with a range, with missile turrets. Yes, all of those. All of the above is the answer. Excellent job. You get an A on your quiz. about StarCraft. Third hatch, sub 5 minutes left side here on the 9 o'clock spot here on Polestar. So just steadily making Marines here off of one barracks. Second and third barracks at 5 minutes here from Ample. Just enough to defend here, and then we are going to really, really ramp up into making a lot of Marines, a lot of medics, maybe a couple of fire bats here, and hoofing it across the map to try and kill effort. Try to kill effort's third, try to kill effort's second. Either one is an instant loss for the Zerg player. So again, look at this. Vision here with Lings, Vision here with Lings, and Overlord on a high ground perching spot here. Overlord here as well, Overlord here as well. He knows that if he does not see the timing of the move out here, he could die from an early stim timing attack or just no stim, no range, no +1 attack. Just a move out of Marines and medics that catches him with his pants down up here, and then everything dies, and then you die. Bunker coming up to be safe. He does not know how many Lings there are on the map here, Ample does, so bunker safety. Excellent job. He does not have excellent map vision. He has poor map vision. And there it is. We've got Mutalisks on the way. We've got a +1 flyer attack on the way as well. Turrets already done inside the natural mineral line. One done here inside the main base as well. Range is about done here. And positioning here, because Mutalisks, if they are on top of your barracks, you are dead. Every single Marine that comes out is going to be sniped by those Marines. By those Mutalisks. So again, protecting the barracks with a missile turret, protecting it with these Marines. We've got a factory on the way here, but that's going to just be for science vessels. Double starport is in the future here, and we have a scan. Scan seeing, hey look, Spire, a macro hatch. Okay, so my suspicions were correct. This is going to be a Mutalisk attack. How many? I don't think Apple knows quite yet, but that macro hatch is a clue. Look at this, 4 more. 4 more Mutalisks being produced here. We already have 6 here. So it's going to be a full stack and then maybe plus more. But look at this. A Queen's Nest here at 7 minutes. Taking hits with the missile turret. That's okay. Queen's Nest at the third base. Let's see when Ample sees it. We'll be scanning the Queen's Nest early at the third base, or maybe just scanning the hive when it's coming up here. And we have +1 Marines, +1 attack with stim, with range, with medic support defending here. Excellent, excellent anti-air for these Mutalisks. And I don't know. I don't think we're going to get very much damage here from Effort. I know Effort is an excellent Zerg player, especially with muted control. He's not Soma, but he's excellent anyway. But continuing to pump out 3 Marines, a medic, again, 2 starport here from Ample. Getting so many hits off on these Mutalisks. Full stack. And again, another 5 here. Just so many Mutalisks. Excellent job there. Getting some hits off on that Mutalisk without taking a return attack. There we go. Return attack in exchange for the damage on these Mutalisks. Dude, look at this. Look at how many mutas there are. We have 11 there. We've got 8 here. Got 20 Mutalisks flying around. Lurker aspect on the way. We have a hive on the way as well. Ooh, that was 3. Yeah, 3 Mutalisks down to that. Again, no counterattack there by those Mutalisks on that attack. And again, so hard to mutastack sometimes. And another Mutalisk died without getting any number of Marines in exchange. That is a bad trade, man. So Ample feeling pretty good at this point. He says, I've killed a lot of Mutalisks. I still have a nice solid Marine ball with an early +1. +1 armor here is very good, especially against the glaive bounce from these Mutalisks. Let's see if he waits for it to finish before moving across the map here. Again, 2 science vessels on the way at 9 minutes. When you play SK Terran players, do you have 2 science vessels on the way? Do ya? At 9 minutes, maybe, maybe not. Scanning, seeing the hive, seeing the defiler mound at sub 10 minutes. Oh, he's like, we gotta go. We gotta go. Irradiate, immediately getting started here. And again, you do not want your Marines to stretch out in a line as they're coming across the map. They want to do that. That is the pathing in StarCraft Brood War. They want to spread out on a line. but you have to keep them bunched together because that is how you kill Mutalisks. Not stretched out, bunched together in a very, very powerful sphere of Marines. Or, if you're spread out, make sure the Mutalisks are on this side or this side of it. Not at the bottom, not at the top, not picking off stragglers, not picking off Marines that are going on ahead here. Look at this. Lurker sunken already here. Excellent timing there from Effort. These Lings are checking to make sure there's not going to be a naked third expand here. They're being called home. They're being called home here. We do have 1-1 Marines with Irradiate done on these science vessels. We need to escort. We need to escort these science vessels across the map because if you send them across by themselves, the Mutalisks will kill them here. Mutaling jumping on. Uh-oh. Run, science vessels. Irradiate, science vessels. He does irradiate. 2 irradiates here. Excellent split there by Effort. Good job. And not taking down the science vessel. 3 HP there. Repair it up, Ample. Repair up your science vessel. Lurkers and Sunkens here at the third base as well. You cannot break it unless you have Irradiate, unless you have tanks. And tanks are not on the menu right now for Ample. 5 Mutalisks harassing inside the main base here. Picking off a couple of SCVs, maybe picking off a supply depot with that +1 attack. These Mutalisks have Adrenal almost done. Plague on the way. Effort has every tool that he needs here, almost at 11 minutes. Dude, supply depot burning down. Marines are like, hey, stay away from our supply. We need that for whatever reason. Hey, look, what did I say about drops? What did I say at the start of this game about drops? He's going to go ahead and find an angle between these 2 Scourge. Juking the Scourge. No, supply depot down. Supply depot down. 4 Marines with 3 medics loose inside the main base. That's not very scary, especially with Adrenalings at this point with +1 Carapace. Oh no. Okay, that was pretty much of a fail drop there by Ample, but Effort was so prepared. By Scourge in the right positions, by Lings ready to respond there. And Ample's like, oh boy, I have my work cut out for me at this point. Third base on location here from Ample, continuing to produce science vessels. He did he heal this up and then it got hurt again? Or did he heal it up to 35 HP and then stop? One of those things happened to a science vessel. I'm not even sure if that's the same one. Like, the original one might be dead, and this is one that's taken damage as well. But 4 science vessels, dude. All of them almost with Irradiate. Very, very close. 2 of them do. 2 of them at 70 supply, or 70 energy. And look at this, man. We've got 8 Mutalisks. I don't know. Just checking to see here. Maybe we can snipe down. Yeah, RNG for that SCV. Means he got sniped down. The building animation. Bam, SCV at the bottom. Very, very easy to defend here. First Dark Swarm of the day. A Plague. Oh, I was going to say a bit of a whiff there, but 2 science vessels did get plagued. Fair enough. Excellent job. Defiler dead after consuming. Excellent job there from Ample as well, dude. We do have Scourge waiting to take down one of these plagued science vessels. We do have Mutalisks on the map ready to take down the plagued science vessels as well. Chitinous plating is on the way. We have Ultralisks as the tech of choice here from Effort. We have 8 Mutalisks again trying to harass the third base. We have a scan. And it's going to be a boxer maneuver. Boxer maneuvering at 13 minutes. This is not a late game boxer maneuver. This is, oh my gosh, how many drones died there? We've got 44 drones now, 48 SCVs. And just parking above, killing 2 more drones on that refinery, on that extractor, irradiating, again, Defiler. Every single Defiler you see, irradiate it. If you have enough energy to do so. Plaguing the fire bats for the first time we're seeing today here from Ample, harassing into the third base, harassing into the fourth base here. And sniping down the same supply depot that they sniped down earlier here, or trying to snipe it down. I think they're going to get it now. Does this supply block Ample? No, it does not. He has 46. Wow. Yeah, like 46 unused supply. Scanning, seeing. Fourth base here. Undefended? Okay, don't mind if I do, says Ample. Let's go up the left side here and kill it. Dude, we have Ultralisks on the map here with chitinous plating. Not quite speed yet, but they do have 4 armor. Irradiate, catching a plague in response. Fair enough, I say. Dark Swarm, and then die. And yeah, this fourth base is dead. Fourth base is dead. The Scourge. Excellent pick off there by Ample. Fire Bats helping to take down that hatch at the last second there. Not good against buildings, but hey, eventually fire does take buildings, even if they're Zerg buildings that are alive. Woo, 135 to 118 supply here from Ample. He's up. Killed a couple drones. He took down a fourth hatch. And undefended science vessels. I was talking you up, Ample, but undefended science vessels. Easy prey for the Scourge that are all over the map right now. This drone is, I guess, trying to expand at the top right now. This SCV is here. I guess he's like, I was trying to expand. Get out of here, man. He's like, I'm a crackling. You run. I got +1 attack. I can take you down so darn easily. Anabolic Synthesis on the way. We got another Carapace upgrade. These Ultras are going to be so hard to kill very, very soon. Ample is still up here, man. But, dude, we need... Oh, it's battle cruisers. I didn't even see that. Hey, it's battle cruisers from Ample. D-Matrix here on these Marines. Fire Bats trying to kill the Ultralisk. And hey, the Ultras have died. Fair enough. Yamato is so good at killing things underneath the Dark Swarm. It's a spell. It's not negated by Dark Swarm. Oh, excellent Dark Swarm here at the third base, irradiating the Ultralisk. That's the only thing doing damage to it right now. The bullets are just bouncing off of the bugs, making up Dark Swarm. But hey, it was previously injured, and the Ultra dies to irradiate alone. Love that. Little tiny Ultra Ling attack coming in here. Well, 4 Ultras. Full Ultras is not actually tiny. I don't think it is. And in fact, it's going to wipe these dudes out. The Fire Bats are here. They're going to try to assist. Hey, we killed an Ultralisk earlier today, they said. It might have been a bit of a fluke, to be honest with you. An attack into this fourth base right side. Uh-oh, kills everything there. That's not looking good. Irradiating that Ultralisk. The Lings around him are in trouble. Ultra inside the natural base. He's going to die to this bunker, though. He is already injured. The Fire Bats did their part. The third base has Lings and Ultras at it as well. And Irradiated Ultralisk doing as much damage to it as possible. The Irradiate from his buddy's going to kill him. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, no, he does. He Irradiate kills his buddy. That's horrendous. That is a horrible outcome for his friend dying because his buddy was irradiated. Ah, bam. Ultralisk done. Top right base is now coming in. SCV did not win that battle against the Ling, obviously. Bottom left base is killed by battle cruisers, though. I mean, 2 kills apiece is not bad. One of those things is a hatchery, at least a cancel. Ample on the top side. What a game from RJB. What a plague. Fire Bats inside the Dark Swarm kill the Lings. They're just right-clicking on the hatch. We don't care if we all die. We got to get this hatch, and they do. And maybe a drone while we're at it. Who knows? Yes, they did get a drone at the same time. Irradiate's coming in. Plagued science vessels doing the damage. Again, Plague has never killed anything in the history of StarCraft, except for buildings that have been plagued and then burned down. But yeah, you don't never killed a science vessel with Plague before, did ya? Spores up. One of the only times you see spores in PvZ is when there's battle cruisers out on the map. And this is one of them. PvZ, TvZ. You might have thought that I said TvZ because it sounded the same, but it wasn't. Scourge, there's your Plague. Yep, that's the Plague that battle cruisers are going to eat. Another Ling Ultra attack. It's not a giant one into this third base. And in fact, another Ultralisk dies. I think Ample might pull this off, guys. Where's his Yamato? He's still making battle cruisers. Man, if he had Yamato, he could Yamato this Defiler. He could Yamato these Spores. He's one-shotting these Scourge. They don't have a Carapace upgrade, and a 0 attack BC will do that. Why are these Ultras alone out here? I imagine they showed up with friends earlier and they all just died. Yeah, 1 Ultra against this much Marine with +3 attack. They don't have the +2 armor yet. It's a little bit late to the party from our guy Ample, but it doesn't matter as much. 3-2 upgrades on the Lings. The Ultras have that chitinous plating. We know how that was working out for them. And what a chaotic game this is. Trying to get some defense up this way. This 1 Ultralisk, yeah, with +3 Stim Marines. It's not going to kill it fast, but that Ultra cannot stand against this. Not even close. He's dead. Get up here. Get up here. There's not a Nidus yet. He's not even building a Nidus. Weird. Once again, Ultra comes up, tries to save the day. Medics holding the line, buying time, and then turning on the Ultralisk, finishing him off with the Irradiate, and then getting the hatch. Ample! I love this attack from him. Yeah, hatch down. He's been killing hatches today. He's been putting in the work. It's 48 drones at 28 SCVs, though. The damage is continually being done to the economy of Ample at the same time. This third base is a ghost town. Top right base does not belong. unfortunately, to the Terran player like he wanted it earlier, but it's only a 3-basing Zerg right now. This 4th base is coming back, but it's not here yet. So army value here for Ample is pretty fantastic, but his economy is not very good. He needs some cost efficiency. He just snipe out that one Mutalisk that is here to snipe the every plagued science vessel right now. That Mutalisk was lying in wait, and it got killed. Another beautiful Dark Swarm from Effort. Just the placements here are so good. Yeah, these guys don't die without these Dark Swarm placements that we're seeing here from Effort. They're insanely good. And again, he's not sending everything. He doesn't have everything. He's under 100 supply right now. Heavy Firebat play from Ample on return. I love that. Irradiated Ultralisks continuing to come down this way. Firebats against Irradiated Ultras. D-Matrix, the Firebats save the day. So many dead Firebats. More Firebats here. They fall back to defend if they're kind of in a choke. Much easier to deal with these Lings, as evidenced by that Ling getting barbecued there. 197 supply. Ample's up, but just barely. He's up in army. He's down in economy. Firebats against Ling's going to do very well, but that's what the Ultras are for. Oh, no. He got the Science Vessels. No, that's why you repair your Science Vessels. Ample just lost every SV. The battle cruisers are doing what they can. I imagine the other battle cruisers I was worried about previously died. These are kind of new to the party. These ones got murdered for sure. Maybe they got dragged into a spore and killed. Or maybe Scourge just wiped them out. Yeah, there you go. Just the perfect amount of Scourge, no big deal. Battle cruiser doing its best. Doing its ever-loving best here to try to make that happen, but Ample mining on one, sort of 2 bases. 3rd base not happening. Zerg player's natural base is mined out. This base is a massive boon from him. Do not die to the spore. He's gonna die to the spore, guys. He's gonna die to the spore. He died to the spore. Let me tell you something. We've had a couple wins on the channel recently with BCs where the Terran won. Okay? So if you're watching this and you're like, battle cruisers never win against Zerg. It does sometimes. It does. On this channel, even. Radiate, D-Matrix, Dark Swarm. The spellcasting here is intense. Ultra gets a Dark Swarm up at 50 hit points, but the Irradiate's going to kill him. After he gets a whole bunch of kills anyway, another battlecruiser died over here, I think. There's just nothing here to stop these Lings from rolling in and absolutely murking everything. The Science Vessels are like, hello. We don't want to radiate these Lings. Forcing a liftoff on the command center. It's burning down. Firebat's trying to save it. This is a scrap-tastic TVZ, man. All of the scrap-tasticness. Insane stuff here. He plagued his own Lings, which does make the job easier for these Marines, but 3 of the 4 Science Vessels are plagued at this point. Trying to counterattack up with the tiniest group. Again, Effort's been sending tiny groups down. The problem is, tiny groups can get a lot of stuff done when you're Zerg, but when you're Terran, a tiny group of Marines and Medics is not really going to get a lot done at all, actually. Yeah, this is not happening. He's really tried his hardest to get this 3rd base, or 4th base up and rolling today at the 3 o'clock. But, nope. Simply doesn't have enough. It's a good Irradiate. And I mean, Effort's not exactly expanding himself right now. It's just he can't keep track. No. Oh gosh, 2 of the Science Vessels die. Radiated Ultralisks just aren't that scary, it turns out. I mean, sure, he's got 8 kills. That's pretty scary, but this is base is mining. Another Irradiated Ultralisk died down there. This base on the right side might actually straight up burn down. I think Everett's going to send another attack down that way. Bottom left expansion here from Everett, which he needs because he's mining out of this 3rd base. He's had it for a while. This 4th base is the only base that he has right now. If Everett can hang on to this 4th base, he can win, but I'm just not sure that he can do it. He's down 90 to 50 supply here. Firebats against the Cracklings are good, but another attack into the 3rd base. Everett has just been everywhere with these Ultras and these Lings today. 20 SCVs is not going to get the job done. These guys try to evacuate. They're running their best. Dark Swarm over across the map. Again, a Dark Swarm is showing up on your bases. It usually means the base is going to die. The fact that these bases haven't died yet is mostly because there have been no Hydras to kill the bases. You can lift against Ultras and be just fine, but yeah, it's really problematic. I love a Radiated Ultralisk versus Bunker with 3/3 Marines inside it. They win. Radiate, one of the greatest spells in the history of StarCraft, but not enough today. Ample taps out and effort. Gets the win in 24 minutes and 49 seconds. That's what we're talking about, man. What a fantastic showing there by effort. He gets the win. Again, I kind of feel like Ample sort of gave up on drops when that first drop was shut down so completely here inside the main, and he just kind of gave up on it. He never tried it again. He never went back into it. He made battle cruisers. If you make battle cruiser from a position of strength, I really feel like they can help you win the game. But if you do it when you can't keep your third base alive, really, and your fourth base isn't happening, you can't make the battle cruisers all that cost efficient. You can, but the Zerg player is going to be fine enough to where the battle cruisers needed to be insanely cost efficient, and they very rarely are. But yeah, like a drop back here would have been insane. Another drop into the main could have been pretty good. I gotta say, just never tried for it again. A drop like here, sneaking into the natural would have been neat, but that first one died. I think he lost his confidence is what happened, and that was it. So, man. Fantastic game there from Effort for your Saturday cast. Again, hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Zerg fans probably happy about it. We've had some pretty solid Terran wins in TVZ over the last week or so. So, getting a bit of a Zerg win here with Ling Ultra, with the Defilers, with the Plague, with everything you need to win against an SK Terraning player was pretty good. The Science Vessel sniping was elite as well. I think this is the only Science Vessel on the map for the Terran right now. I guess these guys here, but they're new, as far as I can tell. Relatively new. But yeah, Science Vessel's dying constantly. Command Center's lifting constantly, which is how you defeat an SK Terran player with Ling Ultra, is you make them lift. Because you can't exactly kill them otherwise. 178,000 points here from Effort, 160 from Ample. He outproduced the Terran player. Got outkilled by the Terran player, but a bigger number here than here. That tells you everything. Structures raised, 16 by Ample is a pretty big number. 9 by Effort is a pretty good number there, too. And end of the day, 52,000 to 39,000 on the outspend by Effort. 13,000 about. A little bit less than 25 minutes gets the job done. That's what we like to see in a game of StarCraft, is the outspend for Zergs to win. All right. So that was a ton of fun. That was some really, 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 really good stuff there from our guy Effort. No real surprise. He gets the win, and that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.